What it do, ladies and gentlemen? Astro download. This one I'm excited for. I talked about it 2 days ago when the moon was in Gemini, how anticipated this was for me. Moving into the 4th, aka the 5th, which is today. The sun has officially conjunct Uranus. What does that mean? I'm probably going to go live on this particular topic later. I got 2 client meets today, so after that, but this is a part of it. The fact that I have 2 client meets and I've been able to actually rest in between, way before that, is a part of it. This conjunction is actually bringing the realizations that you need rest, okay? In order to plan, in order to create, throat chakra, Taurus, conjunction, in order to express, throat chakra, conjunction, and Taurus, with the moon now as well in Cancer, in order to express your emotions, in order to be rewarded, okay? Not just monetarily, but through different resources, like you just being awarded a home. Last night, for example, on a live, someone donated $200, completely unexpected. Uranus, unexpected. You are able to start to realize now, with Pisces in the mix, right now currently in 10th house, at least in my location in Connecticut, that your dreams and actually being able to sell you the dream of your image, how you want to be perceived, the dream of how you want to be perceived, the social status and reputation that you have dreamed of all your life, you are recognizing very clearly that it has just come true. It is already true. You are already worthy of it, Taurus, but now your emotional well-being and even the security of you feeling safe to push forward relentlessly, like the cardinal sign of what? Cancer, which is also water, which means what? Destructive. It is the divine intelligence of feminine energies, destruction and chaos. You have realized that you yourself have actually placed certain obstacles in the way in order for you to redirect your path. The word that I'm getting right now in my mind is elephant, okay? For multiple reasons. One, you and the existence and the worth and the value, the monetary gains. Beyond that, the resources that you are worth, okay? Whether that's a car or a home, you have to decide what that is for you. I would definitely say that this is a time where if you were in the space looking for a car, that's not me for sure, but you will basically get that car, okay? If you have a lot of trines going on, okay? You have a lot of transformation going on. 28 degrees in Pluto in Capricorn. You might be getting a car from family, just awarded to you, okay? Literally just donated to you. Here's a prime example. In my family, my little cousin's like 16 years old, and they bought him a brand new Beamer. I'm like, damn, our family got it like that? Did I miss something? And all of these illusions are starting to really lift. One of the things being, look at where I'm at. This is part of my hometown. This is actually my high school. I laid a lot of bodies down on that floor just right there playing lacrosse. I used to love it. And this reminder, you see kids already walking in over there. The reminder of what your ancestors have built for you. It is very apparent. It is very obvious, okay? I was taking a walk this morning. This is really powerful for understanding how much support you have from the family. It's very powerful to understand how much support you have from the ancestors that have actually constructed and did the hard work, laid that work down on their back. You are now recognizing this full circle. The sunlight is, look at, I am your father. I am your father. Look at the sun. Let me take a second to just not walk. I'm walking because the ascendant is in Gemini right now. Okay, let me take a second to just sit here and tell you this message. Right now the ascendant is in Gemini. In order for you to work through the Cancer moon and all of your emotions, and you feeling how well you have essentially pushed forward, especially emotionally, okay? Understand that this is preparing us to digest what's going to happen on the lunar eclipse in Scorpio, okay? all of the turbulent emotions. This is me in my home ground. This exact town, this exact high school was when I first started dating essentially the woman who brought me through the majority of my emotional advancements through a lot of turbulent emotions, okay, Scorpio, through a lot of muddy, turbulent waters. This same ground that I sit on is the same ground that as I bring myself back to 2014 until now, I can see what has closed. And when I say what has closed, I can see the new beginnings in my own emotional intelligence, Cancer, and my ability to discern those who gaslight and play the hell out of me. Because this is squaring, the Cancer moon is squaring Venus in Aries right now. And it's at the 3rd degree. Now, what does that mean? This means that my mind and all has officially taken a fresh start, only through the conflict. So right now, I really recommend that you get your body moving. You might not want to because the sun is in Taurus and the moon is in Cancer. You might just want to stay home and be lazy. For some of you, that will work really, really well. Okay. For most, I believe that if you are naturally an earth or water sign, I believe that you will benefit the most by getting outside and walking, taking a local walk. Just walk. You don't have to exercise. I ran here. I walked halfway. I'm recording this message, and now I'm getting ready to actually go work out. That's what I need for my body. I recommend that you do move. You don't have to. It's easily to stay home. But the fact that this is a conjunction, all right, this is a big one. This is one of the bigger ones of the entire month. This is like one of the biggest events of the month. The fact that the sun is conjunct Uranus. Uranus is all about rapid developments, okay? Like I said, something like somebody donating $200, I didn't expect that. I really, quite frankly, didn't expect it. But at the same time, I didn't even get overly excited about it. It happened while I was directly on a live. This is a part of my dream work, what I want to be known for. Somebody that gets paid to just go ahead and tell you what I know, tell you what I feel, tell you about my discernments, tell you about my dreams, tell you about not just my dreams for myself, but my dreams that are basically meant for you, humanity. Like, my dreams are never dreams, they're prophecies. And right now, you emotionally feel that you are worthy, okay? Emotionally, Cancer, worthy, Taurus. You emotionally feel that you are worthy to go out there and just speak about what you've always wanted to talk about, to use media in the ways that you've always wanted to use it. If you want a dream to be an Instagram influencer right now, okay, or an influencer for whatever, okay, especially around spaces of spirituality, I'm going to honestly say that this is going to be a major rise. This is going to be almost an overnight success for many, many people. And you don't have to do the hard work like your predecessors used to have to do. You don't have to do the work like people in the beginning of certain platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, had to do. Why? Because right now you're understanding that your hopes and your dreams are coming true with the help and the aid of others. New friendships, new networks, new connections, Aries, all in the 11th house right now. Venus in that space. By you taking off a new start on your creative projects, the things that get you excited like a baby gets excited when it sees a brand new toy. By you having that excitement and actually being bold enough to push it forward, you will have some backlash, okay? This is guaranteed. This is non-negotiable. You will have some backlash. People will basically test you in the form of gaslight, which is okay. You're going to get over that pretty easily because there's a lot of sextiles and trines in the sky right now. And you have a lot of invisible support, okay? The invisible support is coming with the ascendant in Gemini, as well as some Aries placements in the 12th house. I just lied. With the 12th house in Gemini, 3rd degree. Okay, Mercury is in Gemini right now, and it's not retrograde yet. It could be in shadow, as a possibility. But what this means is, with 3 degrees of Aries and Venus and Aries, 3 degrees conjunct in a sextile, okay, a harmonious aspect between Mercury and Gemini, your mind is not able to do the problem solving on this new fresh start. You would have likely felt really either sad or even depressed over the last couple days, especially ever since the moon goes into Cancer. You're like, everybody's like, look, you thought you were never going to cry before, you become like a little weeping baby, especially with that baby energy of Aries. So as you got through that conflict of what has made you feel not safe enough to push forward because you might be like, this is all happening a little bit way too fast. Check my Jupiter and Aries video. I just did it live last night, part 1. I got to do a part 2. I gave forecast from Aries to Virgo. I'm going to do part 2 and give the forecast from Libra to Pisces. My point behind this is, if you do not like moving fast, I would prepare yourself because you're going to be moving very fast all the way up until June 28th when it goes retrograde and you're going to have time to slow down. I don't recommend you try to go slow during Jupiter in Aries because it wants you to feed the beast. So feed the beast. My point behind all this is right now at 15 degrees of Mars in Pisces, we are able to assert ourselves by essentially speaking out your prayers. Okay, speaking 15 degrees. You are a little bit more evolved in the beginning stages of your prayer. Whatever that is, whether you do angel prayers, whether you pray in the church for, whether you, right now, I have my stepfather in the house and he is, he's Muslim and he's praying for Ramadan. So this is basically Mars and Pisces. Really making sure that you amp up those prayers right now and call on your guides, call on your ancestors, especially because there's 28 degrees Pluto in Capricorn and 28 degrees with, I want to say Venus in Pisces? I lied, it's not Venus in Pisces. What is Jupiter in Pisces? So the expansion, okay, of your prayers will essentially expand and help you go through these more permanent forms of transformations. Me being home in Windsor, this place was settled in 1633, okay? This was like the second place closest to Massachusetts, Plymouth Rock, where essentially, you know, the Pilgrims came over and they fucking slaughtered all of the natives, okay? And Connecticut was only about 100 years later that they got settled here. This Windsor is the first town, which means what? This is the land of my ancestors and all of the carnage. And what you're recognizing is that carnage was not for no use. Martin Luther King, fucking, what's homeboy name? Malcolm X. All of these figureheads, including some of my family who are not these figureheads, have laid down the wood. They have built the town. And everything that they built on their backs is no longer seeming so worthless. Right now, that is proof where I got a 16-year-old cousin who's getting a brand new Beamer. I'm like, yo, bro, you 16? I'm like, wait, is he driving? And this was an all-white town. When I was going to school here, I was a part of the first integration of black people ever coming into the school. And it was almost a phenomenon. And then today I get to run. While I'm run by a woman, an older white woman. She's like, whoo! And I just like put my head, I literally said, perdón. I forgot I was in goddamn English now, but excuse me in Spanish. And I had put my hand up, and I can emotionally feel that energy of she is very not much comfortable with the fact that there are so many black people in this town. But you know what? Your ancestors, your people have laid and constructed. And now you are no longer somebody who is looking to survive or struggle. We had to lie to get our name on certain addresses, home, Cancer Moon, to enable to basically drive 20 to 30 minutes sometimes just to get into such a good school system where we were integrated with multiple people. So I was blessed to go to school with white people, black people, Asians, Indians, and so many more, because everybody wanted their kid to go to school at this particular school, at this district. And now as well, I got family members who just recently moved in it, and I was in Mexico, and it's like, oh, you just moved to, he's like, yeah, I'm down the street from where your mom lived. And I'm like, wow, you know, that is the dream. That made me so happy because it really is a racist place. I mean, it never really gave us that energy because this is the North. And so the North is different from the South. We weren't really whipping and enslaving people here. We were making them work for us in a kind and mannerish way. So all these kind manners have actually played out well for me in the world. Me having to learn how to deal and live with our oppressors while being raised and growing up. Cancer Moon, ancestors, the foundation, home, Capricorn, the height of the construction of that home. All of these things have done what? It has given me the opportunities to be able to go out here before all of these grand conjunctions and be able to actually monetize YouTube in order for me to express my divinity. My forms personal to me, Cancer Moon is an individual personal sign, my forms personal to me as for what spirituality is, what divinity is. This is absolutely amazing. This is one of the transits right now that on this conjunction, I would really hold on tight. If you were anything like me, oh my God, I was just bending down on my knees. If you were anything like me, your body has been really slow lately. It's been achy. There's been pains. I've been a little bit physically debilitated, if I'm being honest. But what it's doing, me as a triple Aries, it's allowing me to slow down enough so that I can create the method, the plan. And in reality, me creating the method and the plan, Taurus, of the foundation has really been pretty much nothing. I have not been writing. I did journal a couple dreams. Actually, I lied. But I haven't been doing something like, oh, I gotta make, this much for the month and do my budget like this. And not that that's not helpful, but more that in order for you to allow your creativity to be expressed, in order for you to monetize that passion and get really stable with what you want this dream to look like and how you want to be known, and how will those gains come in by you taking this new fresh start. Venus in Aries, 11th house, new fresh start, friends just giving you things, networks and connections that you are not actually connected to, just giving you things, helping you out with your hopes and your dreams. Last night was the prime example. You know who you are. I'm not going to say your name. I'm going to keep your privacy, but you know what? Thank you so much, because by you donating that $200 on that live last night, I first off was really, really tired to even get on that live in the first place, but I just felt like I have to go do it. By you doing that, I was able to help out other people in different countries. Just to understand, I want you to understand this. Your donation last night allowed me to help out other people in different countries who are less fortunate, who do not come from the same American, European, or British economies in this current modern day. And I've been able to help out other people in other countries to realize that, hey, it is more than possible to go ahead and monetize that dream. This is the simplicity of it all. The world is not the same. We are going through a rapid ascension. Okay, I don't want to say ascension, a rapid upgrade, but it's also happening in the body. Taurus is the body. Okay, you have to understand that rapid ascension happened in the body, and us feeling worthy of it, not having to get overexcited like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I can't believe it happened. More like, yeah, I deserve that. Absolutely. I got donate links down below. Y'all can drop more donations and let this be more and more inspiration for other people who are influencing the new world, who are feeling emotionally safe enough now to go ahead and start those new ventures. This is widespread everybody. This is widespread everybody. And you do not need anymore so many tools. All right? All you need is the heart. You need to have your heart in your right place. You need to attach to the mind of the heart. And that will lead you in the right way. I need you to understand this. Okay, Venus in Aries, Jupiter soon going to Aries. This is the exaltation of the heart. Leo is the actual heart, but the head, the mind in the heart is exalted. The sun is exalted in Aries for a reason. It's being able to put that mind into the heart. And when those two are in sync together and cohesive, your heart and your mind connection, your connection with your mind to your heart, now you are activating soul purposeful work. The work that your ancestors have sat there and built. No matter what country you are listening to this from, your ancestors have built a way for you to even listen to me right now on the other side of this device. To be able to get that information, to be able to get that wisdom, collective, off of their backs, off of their struggle, their strife. And now you understand that none of that was in vain. Now you understand that you can be a male and actually be highly sensitive. You could be an empath. You could be somebody who doesn't like loud noises. You could be somebody that doesn't have to act tough, but you can still be tough in a way where you lead with your heart. In a way where vulnerability is no longer something that needs to be... Come on. It doesn't matter if you're a male. You can be vulnerable and understand that that's a strength. As I say that, I want you to understand this as well. That is a high schooler, a young black male who knows, maybe 14 years old, who just walked by me, and I made sure to say that males being vulnerable is a strength. Vulnerability is not about going ahead and just saying, oh my God, I'm gonna cry and be victim mode every time, because you got to understand that all the Pisces in the sky is also showing you that you have emotionally evolved enough where you no longer need to play victim. Your dreams are worthy enough. And this is what this conjunction is doing. You being known for something of this level of worth in the space of you being a spiritual leader, which you could take the word spiritual out. I use it for the sense of Pisces is one of the best and easiest way to describe you being a leader from the space of ethereal nothingness, aka creating from the divine. This is masculine and feminine energy in combination, which makes what? Red and blue makes what? Purple. This is you seeing with the mind's eye. This is one of the beautiful abilities of Aries as it evolves. And right now, Venus is in Aries, Jupiter is in Aries. It is the mind's eye. It is very objective. It is very clear. It allows itself to have that childlike expression of a 0 to 2 year old infant who's pairing well with the Gemini, who's a 7 to 8 year old child, and Mercury. Your mind is learning how to problem solve to make your more creative pursuits and dreams a reality. And once you feel, aka Cancer Moon, emotionally safe enough to push forward, cardinal sign, you will now use this conjunction, this rapid ascension, aka upgrade into the body, feeling the worth of it all. You're gonna just win. This is the simplicity of it all. And I'm actually really, really super duper excited about this transit. Y'all should really stay tuned. Obviously, like and subscribe to this video. Go ahead, and if you haven't done it yet, hit the thumbs up. It is time 2020 on screen. As I say that, another young man just walked by me, and this is a joy for me to be back in my hometown, to see all the changes, to see all the growth. Look at how beautiful these trees are. I literally grew up here. How much of a blessing is that? The narratives of Black Boy Joey being so restricted is just not the narrative anymore. Racism is no longer a thing. Okay? Sure, does it exist? Absolutely. But do you have to see it and allow it to control you? No, because you recognize every single attempt on you to lower your motivations by fooling you that what you've always known is something different than what you've known and how you've known it to be. You have now ascended and grown up in a way where you actually value your emotions. You no longer look at them as a weakness. And I speak for myself on this. You no longer need to go ahead and avoid the deeper emotional or even the more superficial emotions. Neither of them. You no longer need to avoid them in a way where it is something ugly, bad, you too soft, the sensitivity, you too sensitive. People get cancer fucked up. They're not crybabies. They are sensitive. But they're sensitive to the things that are private. Like, for example, when I walk by a woman, I'm sensitive to the private feelings of her. So it's like, I don't need to overly exert it. I'm just like, perdón. I know you're scared. It's okay. I am one of the people here to save the earth. Only by seeing it and by sharing my personal story, my personal emotions. Cancer, individual. I'm going to go live a little later on the conjunction of Uranus and the Sun, as well as put a part 2 of Jupiter and Aries. Check that part 2, Jupiter and Aries, or check the part 1 if you're anywhere, especially if you're rising sign. But I would even say your sun sign on the secondary backup. And thank you for this opportunity to on screen. I love you.